Hello and welcome to another opening where I made a poll on Discord, and the result was that they wanted to see Portuguese as next civilization. So, with the Portuguese you have two options, whether it is the 10-10 age up where you get yourself a trading post, or you go for a market start, which I'm gonna show this time around because I think it's overall better and versatile than the 10-10, because you can adapt to an H2 play or to a fast fortress. To see as we go. It took me 2.5 hours to get this match recorded. Reason being is that we face an actual player. So I saw in my Russia opening that I covered that the AI is not the best to cover it over, because it's not really a real player that you fight against. So this time around, for the future on, I'm gonna try to get the matches that I'm gonna cover over against real players, assuming the recording works. I prayed so hard that the recording worked, and it did work. Okay, without further ado, here is the Portuguese opening. So, as said earlier, you start with ports with 7 vills instead of 6 or 5, with the as usual, so 1 more vill than usual, which is a pretty good bonus for ports. Okay, as we go, first you wanna, as always, scatter the vills around the wood crate and the food crates. Do keep in mind that one wood crate is a tiny wood crate, only contains 50 wood, food, instead of 100 food. And in terms of the treasures that you want to get, first things first, let's start off with what you want to build. You want to build a house and a market with the 200 wood, and then you need another 50 wood and 50 coin for hunting dogs. I got like the ideal spawn, unironically. I got 45 food treasure here and a 50 coin treasure here. So what I do is I crackshot this brown bear, because it does have much more health than the musketeer. And musketeer die quite fast because it doesn't have really, only has range and melee resist, and you can kill it quite fast on range. So that's why I was killing the brown bear instead of the musketeer, which means I only have to chop 5 wood in order to get the hunting dogs ready. As you see, you collect all the woods, all the crates. And it's advisable that you shoot the deer ASAP. The first deer ASAP down so it doesn't run away. So you have all the time in the world to hurt your hunts, your towns and us, so no one is idle. Here's my shop villager, gonna chop 5 wood in this edition. Got hunting dogs ready. And anyone else on food pretty much. And if you go for the 10-10, 10-10 means that you're gonna train 3 vills and that's it. If you go for the 10-10 opening, you're gonna go for a trading post start instead of the market and the house. And your next priority in terms of treasures, you don't really need wood. The next priority is that you want to decrease your H1 time as much as possible. However, as you see on the map, there's not really that much food on the map. 2 sheep, 50 wood, 40 coin, 40 XP, 40 coin. So what I do instead, I'm gonna go for the 100 XP, which gonna give us XP in the long run. Not gonna boost our XP curve for now, but it's gonna boost the XP curve for the later shipments, because 100 XP is a third of a shipment at the moment, and you also get a little of kill XP as well. And the perfect opponent is actually the other ports player. And the other ports player goes indeed for a 10-10. So you can see this difference on a 13 will age up time and the 10-10 age up time. As you see, the 10-10, he just built a TP and nothing else. The first gem of choice that you want to send is the Praetorias, which gives your TCs Town Centers a trickle. The exact trickles you're gonna see here. 0.36 food, 0.24 wood, 0.24 coin. As you see, he's already aging up at like 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That's usually your age up time for the 10-10. While with the 13 volts, which is the standard age up amount, you're going to age up like 240, 245. You can age a bit earlier if you're gonna find a food treasure instead. Unlucky me didn't find one, so sometimes you can even get 230 up if you are having a great H1. In terms of the age up options, there's only really 2 options that you want to go for. The first one is being the naturalist, which gives you 2 semi-fattened cows and 2 villagers. Or if you want to go for an H2 play, you want to age up with the governor. Because we're gonna go for the fast fortress, we are going to age up with the governor, with the naturalist. There is also the 500 food age up. However, the naturalist is pretty much the same, 500 food plus 2 villagers. So it's pretty much a downgrade from the naturalist. Usually the age time is much quicker from the 10-10. However, you do see that we have a 3 will lead, means that we have a 30% more economy. Plus, we already got hunting dogs, keep that in mind. While he didn't, so we already even have more eco. Yeah, and this was a quite shitty fella. Alright, and as soon, and in the transition, you want to chop 200 wood for a trading post, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You want to have 3 on wood, 2 or 3 on food that you want to herd your hunts in. Unfortunately, I only start with 1 hut on this side of the map, so I only work on this deer hunt. Oh no, 2 hunts. The deer hunt and the ibex hunt in the south. And as soon as you get those 2 done, you're going to have, yeah, as mentioned earlier, 3 on coin and the rest pretty much on food. As you see, he is already aged up. The 7 coin is from him already on the way. I, on the hand, just click the enter button. And ideally, you want to delete the cows. As soon as you have the cows, the second town center depends on what kind of matchup you are. You can place it either aggressively, if you are fighting against a very passive list, or, as I did, I place it more defensively, because I still have a hunt here in base, 2 hunts even, and 3 core mines, which are gonna last for a long while. So I decided to place it defensively. As soon as you have aged up, send 7 coin immediately, and as I mentioned earlier, you want to delete the cows. You don't want to punch them with the villagers. You don't want to kill them with the villagers, because that does waste little but very important time. Instead, you want to select the cows and click on delete. You must be very careful to not delete a villager instead. Just like double sure that you're not deleting a villager. And for the 10-10 it's pretty much the same. 700 wood, 700 coin to 700 wood. And if you go for the H2 play, you're also gonna send 700 coin first, but you're gonna age up with the quartermaster instead, which is gonna be used for a stable or a barracks. And feel free to queue up more villagers. I queued up 2 or 3 more villagers before I decided to age, because if you chain villagers out of 2 town centers, it's usually gonna end up in delaying age up time by a little too much. But the third ship of your choice is going to be 700 wood, which is gonna be used for a stable, barracks, and placer mines plus steel traps. In addition to the rest of the wood is going to go into a few houses. And in terms of the age up options, you have a wide majority on what you want to age up. There is the age up I'm going up with is the marksman, which is gonna give me Cossacks, Cazadores, while my opponent chose to age up with the Ethiopian Queen, which is pretty much the standard age up if you want to go for the 10-10. Since if you want to go for the 10-10, you usually want to follow it up with the infamous 8 halberdiers into the 3 organ gun shipment. There you go. I'm choosing the slow age because if you're going to age up fast, you're usually not going to have a shipment ready once you reach the 3rd age. Which is why the reasoning behind it that I age up with the marksman instead of the exile prince, because Portuguese does have access to exile prince, and you sort of see the experience difference between the 10-10 start that TWC did and the market start. He did gain half a shipment more than me, more or less, depending on where the trade card is. And once you reach the 3rd age, again, keep working on your hunting, keep them close to your town centers, keep producing villagers out of the town centers. Rex and stable is going to get built. And there we go, steel traps and placer mines getting researched. And you need to keep in mind that a lot of your eco is actually going to be used for your town centers early on. There we go, age up with the marksman, which gave me 6 cazadores. So did TWC age up with the Ethiopian Queen, which gave himself the... where are the troll warriors? There we go, 5 troll warriors, which are elite H3 ones, so they are pretty decent indeed. And from here on out, it's pretty much on you how you want to proceed. You can either go for 1,000 wood, use it for infrastructure, followed by 1,000 coin to go for a pretty solid timing. Or you can send 3 organ guns if you need to defend yourself, some unit shipments that you need to defend yourself as well, depending on what your opponent does to you. On this side, I decided to send 5 goons because I saw those shorter ones coming in. Made 3 goons, ship 5 goons. And this pretty much held the early aggression from the opponent. Opponent went for NFI, which means I played it safe in A3. So yeah, this is pretty much the Portuguese opening. So in long story short, build a market, build a house, get hunting dogs, focus on wood and coin treasures early on until you have hunting dogs, followed by focusing on food treasures to speed up your age up timing. And it's also very important that you keep using your spyglass in order to see what your opponent is doing. It can be pretty handy to see once your opponent age up, you can select your hero, select the hotkey for the spyglass, and then use it on the town center to see what your opponent has age up with, or what kind of start he's going with a stable or with a Rex, or if he's sending 7 coin right away or 700 wood. It can also be used for early treasure scouting, that you just put it down anywhere on the map, which can help you a lot in your H1 scouting. But yes, this is the Portuguese opening, the Fast Fortress 1. I can also cover the age 2 one if you would like to. But that's another story for another time. There's a lot more civilizations that we need to cover up. So, that's me signing off. Hope you enjoyed this opening. And I will see you then next time.